That man really do yap. And has a lot of opinions that he just shoved on me. I just wanted to know about them. I didn't...
I only counsel caution. We cannot afford to act rashly in times like these.
What would you have me do
What's
then?
the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not
please.
receiving
This is
visitors.
no time for rash action. I just think we need more information before we act. I just...
Gurdru sent me. Riverwood is in danger.
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself.
I was told to give the messages directly to the Jarl.
Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me.
Bruh.
I'm starting to think...
I want to hear what she has to say.
Yeah.
What's this about Riverwood being in danger?
A dragon destroyed Helgen, and Gurdru... it's just... What Gurdru... is afraid.
Good. Owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community. Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong?
I was there. Yeah, I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head. That's a really great thing to say. I don't think I want to say that sentence. You know, that's an inside thought that we're going to keep right in there. Thank you. I was there. I saw the dragon burn Helgen to the ground.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're prepared. We should not...
Enough!
Sorry, I didn't mean to glitch it.
By while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people.
That's what I'm
Irileth,
saying.
Send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done.
Everyone just walks in
You
front
sought
of me.
out on your own initiative. You've
Well-
done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it.
People ask me to... Okay,
Take
thank
this
you.
as a small token of my esteem.
Yes.
There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents,
Yeah, what's up?
perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard.
Oh!
He's been looking into a matter related to these
Farengar.
dragons and rumors of dragons.
Okay. Ikuyo. That means let's go. It's in a different language. Other than English. So you work out often? No, I just can like tell. Like your arms, they look pretty buff. But also not buff, but also buff.
Farengar, I think I
Yeah.
found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
Thank
So
you.
the Jarl
Oh,
thinks you
okay.
can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me for this may or may not be there kind of task. What does this have to do with dragons?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
Where are they coming from? Where did they go? Where are they coming from? Dragon Eye Joe. What do you want me to do?
I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites.
For real, just kind of peeking
Go
like...
to Bleak Falls Barrow. find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me.
Like the mushroom
Simplicity
peak?
itself.
Oh, okay. Bring you the bleak to the thing. Straight up peeking. Like me? Kind of shy. So how about the dragons? I'm sneaking. Oh, there's so much dialogue here. Oh. What are the duties of a court wizard?
I'll put it simply so you'll understand.
Well, thank you, I
I
guess.
advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Cool. Thanks. Could you explain...
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Could you explain to me what you do in a more complicated manner now, instead of just the simplest manner? Because I'm super interested to see how you make that more... Oh, you're going to bed right now? Good night. I talked to 2 people today. Good night. Hi. Cats of Skyrim. We've read Cats of Skyrim. Oh, I kind of remember I have to read every book to gain at least the experience in it. But don't steal it. One day we'll read them. The Holds of Skyrim. I want to read all of them so badly, though. By the time she was 16, Meneva Lolos had become an unwelcome guest in every shop and manor in Balmora. I did the same. Sometimes she would take everything of value within. Other times, it was enough to experience the pure pleasure of finding a way past the locks and the traps. In either situation, she would leave a pair of dice in a prominent location as her calling card to the owners who had burgled them. The mysterious ghost became known to the locals as Chance. A typical conversation in Balmora at this time. My dear, whatever happened to that marvelous necklace of yours? My dear, it was taken by chance. The only time when Chance disliked her hobby was when she was miscalculated and she came upon an owner or a guard. So far, she had never been caught or even seen, but dozens of times she had uncomfortably close encounters. There came a day when she felt it was time to expand her reach. She considered going to Vivek or Isis, but one night in the 8 plates, she heard a tale of the Heron ancestral tomb. An ancient tomb filled with traps and possessing hundreds of years in the Heron family treasures. The idea of breaking the spell of the Heron tomb and gaining the fortune within appealed to Chance, but facing the guardians was outside of her experience. While she was considering her options, she saw Ulster Moresby sitting at a table nearby by himself, as usual. He was a huge brute of a Brunton who had a reputation as a gentle, eccentric, a great warrior who had gone mad and paid more attention to the voices in his head than the world around him. Hi, Pizza Babe. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in with Mare's Raid. Oh, also this video is going on YouTube, so if you say hi to YouTube. If she must have a partner in this enterprise, Chance decided this man would be perfect. He would not demand or understand the concept of getting an equal share of the booty. If worse came to worse, he would not be missed if the inhabitants of the Harem tomb were too much for him, or if Chance found his company tiresome and elected to leave him behind. She was like, that'll be fine. We'll take him. Ulster, I don't think we've ever met, but my name is Minerva, she said, approaching the table. I'm fancying a trip to the Heron ancestral tomb. If you think you could handle the monsters, I could take care of unlocking the doors and popping traps. What do you think? The Breton took a moment to reply, as if considering the counsel of the voices in his head. Finally! He nodded in his head, the affirmative, mumbling, yes, yes, yes. Proper rock, hot steel. Chitin? Walls beyond doors, 53. 2 months and back. Splendid, said Chance, not the least put off by his rambling. We'll leave tomorrow. We'll leave early tomorrow. When Chance met Ulster the next morning, he was wearing chitin armor and had armed himself with an unusual blade that glowed faintly of enchantment. As they began their trek, she tried to engage him in conversation, but his responses were so nonsensical that she quickly abandoned the attempts. A sudden rainstorm swelled over the plain, dousing them, and she was wearing no armor, and Ulster was wearing black chitin. Their progress was not impeded. Into the dark recesses of their Heron tomb they delved. Her instincts had been correct. They made very good partners. She recognized the ancient snap-wire traps, deadfalls, and brittle backs before they were triggered, and cracked all manners of locks. Simple tumbler combination, twisted hasp with double catch, varieties from antiquity with no modern names, rusted heaps that would have been dangerous to open even if one possessed the actual key. Bubble tea, yeah. What's your bubble tea order? Ulster, for his part, slew scores of bizarre fiends, the likes of which Chance, a city girl, had never seen before. His enchanted blade spell of fire was particularly effective against the frost astronauts. He even saved her when she lost her footing and nearly plummeted into a shadowy crack in the floor. Woo! Not to hurt thyself, he said, his face showing genuine concern. This is a love story, everyone. There are walls beyond doors. 53. Drain ring. 2 months and back. Drop a rock. Come, Mother Chance. Chance had not been listening too much to Ulster's babbling, but when he said Chance, she was startled. She had introduced herself to him as Minette. Oh my god, he did call her Chance! Minev. Could it be that the peasants were right, and that the madmen spoke? They were talking to the Daedra Prince, Sheograph, who gave him advice and information beyond their kin? Or is it nonsensical that she quickly abandoned the attempt? Or is it, my bad, I went backwards. Or is it rather more sensibly that Ulster was merely repeating what he heard tell of in Balmora, where in recent years Chance had become synopsis with lockpicking? Oh, that's true. He could watch her and be like, oh, that's Chance. As the two continued on, Chance thought of Ulster's mumblings. He said chitin when they met, as it had just occurred to him, and the chitin armor that he worn proved useful. Likewise, hot steel. What could walls beyond doors mean, or 2 months and back? What numbered 53? The notion that Ulster possessed secret knowledge about her and the tomb they were in began to unnerve Chance. She made up her mind, then, to abandon her companion. Once the treasure had been found, he had cut through the living and undead guardians of the dungeon. If she merely left by the path they entered, she would be safe without a defender. One phrase he said made perfect sense to her. Drain ring. At one of the manors in Balmora, she had picked up a ring purely because she thought it was pretty. It was not later until she discovered that it could be useful to sap other people's vitality. Could Ulster be aware of this? Would he be taken by surprise if she used it on him? She formulated her plan on how best to desert the Breton as they continued down the hall. Abruptly, the passage ended with a large metal door, secured by a golden lock. Using her pick, Chance snapped away the 2 tumblers and bolt, and swung the door open. The treasure of the Haran tomb was within. She can't leave him! She can't leave him! What? Chance quietly slipped her glove off of her hand, exposing the ring as she stepped into the room. There were 53 bags of gold within. As she turned, the door closed between her and the Breton. On her side, it did not resemble a door anymore, but a wall. Walls beyond doors. For many days, Chance screamed and screamed as she tried to find a way out of the room. For some days after that, she listened dully to the laughter of the Sheograth within her own head. 2 months later, when Ulster returned, she was dead. He used a rock to prop open the door and removed the gold. He had a plan to kill her. He left her. She planned on leaving him. And then he knew. It seemed like he knew the future. This story was wild, though. I definitely enjoyed that. I very much enjoy the Diaries of Skyrim. Does it say steel, by the way? Can I only keep the books that I like? Can I drop the other books? Is it wrong to drop the other books? What if I just sell them? Because I had my Cats of Skyrim, Chance's Folly, and Thief of Virtue. Those are my favorite ones. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo. They're all like £1 too. Damn. Books are heavy. Donate them. To where? A Brief History of the Empire. The Holds of Skyrim. A Field Officer's Guide for use of officers of the Imperial Legion. Just gonna leave that. Donate them to the fire. We have Darkest Darkness by Anonymous. In Morrowind, both worshippers and sorcerers summon lesser Daedra and bound Daedra as servants and instruments. Boo! Boo! 1984? Yeah. Dude, they like threatened my life over a book over in Riverwood. Riverrun? Riverwood. River. Is it easy to mod the game? I want my inventory to look like this, but I'm not sure how to do it. There are a few ways. I use a mod manager called Nex. Holy shit, what's... A super easy way to mod this game is by Nexus, and I think they have a different mod manager. I don't remember what it's called, but I go to Nexus's mods, NEXUX, I believe. You can do Skyrim mods, but you need to download their mod launcher, and all you do is you got to make an account. But there's a lot of video tutorials and stuff. It's I would say it's easy to do it from there. The way I have it is a little more challenging, but once you get it, you know? I believe in you, though. I think you could do it. Hi, Chaotic. Hello. So it's possible. Most Daedric servants can be summoned by sorcerers only for very brief periods. Within the most fragile and tenuous frameworks, the command and binding. This fortunately limits their capacity for mischief, though in only a few minutes, most of these servants can do terrible harm to their summoners as well as their enemies. Worshippers may bind other Daedric servants to this plane through rituals and pacts. Such arrangements result in Daedric servant remaining on the plane indefinitely, or at least until it's in their bodily manifestations on this plane are destroyed, precipitating their supernatural essences back to oblivion. Whenever Daedra are encountered at Daedric ruins or in tombs, they are almost invariably long-term visitors to our plane. Likewise, lesser entities bound by the Daedra lords into weapons and armors may be summoned for brief periods or may persist indefinitely, so as long as they do destroyed or balanced the class bound. This is a book of knowledge all about Daedra. That's awesome. I love it. Thanks. We have the Wispmother, 2 theories. Among the folk tales of the northern reaches of Skyrim, few subjects are as popular as the Wispmother ghostly women, who lure unsuspecting travelers to their doom, steal children, and take vengeance on those who's wronged them in life. Thank you for the follow. Similar tales exist throughout Tamriel. The Menulsane of Stros Mackay, who lure ships to wreck on jagged shoals, then consume the souls of these aboard. The Serpentine Chalice of Blackmarsh, the Amronal of Valenwood. But unlike these mythic creatures, most scholars concede that Wispmothers actually exist. Though rare, credible reports of their sightings are simply too frequent to be ignored. Herein, a synopsis of what can be gleaned from provincial legend and dominant theories on what they may actually be like. Thank you for the follow, Welcome. So I know this place is cool. Oh my god, we love Mage. Mage is awesome. Mage rated in, so that's probably why you're over here. Wispmothers. Most tales agree with only a few basic facts about Wispmothers. They're always female, and they always take the form of a human. Some say elven spirits, withered in mist and decaying rags. They have an affinity for frost magic, rarely appearing in more temperate climates. Are the Wispmother... No, they're not the trees. The Wispmothers, they're literally wisps. You have to like... They're kind of small, but like fly around you. Them? Beyond that, the tales differ wildly. Some say they're ghosts waiting to be laid to rest. Others say that they're enemies, that they're all the remains of the snow elves who once ruled Skyrim. Snow elves? Some say they're native to Halamarch or the north more generally, while other tales mention that they've forgotten places on the mountaintops as far away as Jarl's. Most reputable scholars dismiss these stories, preferring instead to focus on a few documented sightings. From recent years, from these 2 dominant theories have emerged. Based on this extensive research into necromancy and the cryodils, I keep reading it's cryodil, but I'm Cyrodiil, I think that's what it is. Allied culture. Master Saldrin Serthi posits that Wispmothers are a neurologic state, a type of lichdom developed by a now forgotten First Era culture. Under his theory, there are no mere ghosts. They're a cult of powerful sorcerers who achieve eternal life through the undead. I like this theory. I like that theory. They're not ghosts. They're witches who are here to fuck shit up. And they're here forever. I love that theory. Here's the other theory. Alternatively, Lidet Villain of the Sidon contends that Wispmothers are not undead at all, but rather elemental manifestations arising out of the North itself. But noting several similarities to Spriggans and Ice Wraiths, she contends that the Mother Wisp are essentially elemental personifications of snow or mist, natively wielding the power of their element instead of manipulating it through conventional sorcery. What do you believe? The first one or the second one? This is a poem book. Oh, I see the word cheese. I gotta read it. This one's called Ode to the Tundra Striders. Oh, mighty Tundra Strider, how you and your mighty ticed beast silhouette against the great expand. Tundering footsteps herald your herb, man and beast blazing trail together. One in nature, other relying upon the other. Each relying upon the other, more than just man and beast, but equals who need another to survive. How I long to run across the tundra in their mighty wake. That would truly be my greatest honor. The morning would be spent gathering dyes to paint our mammoths, and then carve the fiercest image into their tusks. Then it would be time for the skeever hunt. Our clubs would rain down on the rat pests, smashing the life out of them. In the evening, could sit around the campfire, and I would regale those nearby with songs of their majesty and grace. Then they would let me sample the mammoth's cheese, a food so foul, yet with healing properties so great. Hey, actually, I don't want any mammoth's cheese. Hey, actually, that sounds nasty. We'd snack and we'd roast skeever. We'd freshly caught that day before laying under the stores to sleep. I'd slowly fade to dream nested in the radiating heat of mammoth fur, its cold, resisting properties keeping me snug. What a grand time we would have. Skyrim, let's go! What's up, Not God? Let's go! I like the Old to the Tundra Strews. I'm gonna take that one. That one's mine. Yoink! I was talking to the guy, but then he went to bed. And I don't know what time it is. It's midnight. There's more books. I literally don't think I can keep reading, but hey, they're here and we'll read them eventually. He gave us a quest, at least, and we can come back and talk to him again, I suppose. How look at quest? Forget. Mammoth cheese. I don't want any mammoth. Get your mammoth cheese out of here. That sounds nasty. I love mammoth cheese. Excuse me? Sounds so yucky. It's midnight. Should I wait? Nah, just go. Let's go. Might as well travel at night. It's very pretty.
Wait. I know you.
Me?
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready. Wait. I know you.
You're making a mistake.
There's no mistake. You're a wanted woman, and it's time to pay for your crimes.
It's my bounty's only 5 gold. Take the 5
enough.
gold.
I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you
Oh
carry.
no.
You're free to go.
I guess
Till next time.
you won't have to find my aw man. I dropped all the cheese and all the books that I stole over at a meadery. Over at this meadery over here. we just have to go get them. Yeah, it's over. We just have to go get them when we remember, okay? Over a book, mind you. They try to get us over a book. We picked up a lot of quests, though. That's fun. That's exciting. Thanks, Lou.
The Jarl has finally
I like
agreed
reading.
to send you back to Riverwood.
Yes, Housecar. We'll leave immediately. It's just us against the dragon. Is that it?
Oof.
I can't afford to send anyone else. and we don't know where the dragon
Don't
is.
look at me. I'm not going.
Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get
Stop
the people
looking
to
at
safety
me!
if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off a dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood
Are they
safe.
sliding
You
down
can
the
count
hill?
on it.
Oh, sorry.
Let's move out. Time's a wasting.
Pretty sure she expects them to just die. You go. You. Oh.
I've got my eyes on you.
Y'all good?
Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I hear.
Dude, Skyrim just makes up the words. Half of it's made up. MK.
I have been lurking for a while, but just want to say I'm proud of you for all that you have accomplished.
Thanks, MK. Thank you so much for the biddies. Mwah. Thanks. You keeping us above hour 12. Wild. Okay. Wait. Where am I going? It's so far. I don't even see it on the map. Whoa, over here. Oh, it's in the mountain. Oh. Oh. Hey, isn't that kind of in the same direction of where the Khajiit? Oops. Yeah, isn't it like in the same direction as this? Yeah. It is. All right, here we go. I'm sure we're fine. I don't even think we've leveled up yet. That's rough. Save. Just in case it randomly decides to not want to work and it breaks. Because that's the Skyrim playthrough for you, you know? You wanna come with me, buddy? You wanna come with me? You just have to not tell anybody about us. I'll leave him. Bonk. I'll leave him. I don't have enough coins anyways. Whatever. Alright, this is where the game crashed last time. Just gonna quick save. Don't look at any butterflies. Eyes on the prize. No butterflies. Right? How's band practice? My cats miss me. Oh. Cubies. You never need coins if you steal it. But if they catch me, they'll take them away. Oh, there's smoke over there. Oh my god, what's over there? There's smoke over there! Hold on, Becca. Oh god, what if it's like... Skyrim's scary, okay? It's not a very... It's just hard math. I don't know. It's not a very friendly place. Let me go see the smoke. Don't look at the butterflies. Crabs! Y'all, I found some crabs!
Oh god, it hates me! The crabs hate me!
You chasing chasing me? Get the fuck out! Level up my bow. Nin. Oh, it did stone. There's a mammoth. Oh, that's bad signs. I'm not killing that mammoth. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. How did you know it's here? Oh god. Where are you going? Oh, there it is. Good chow. His legs. I got my arrows back. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Oh my god. I see his feet. You see its foot? Mammoth cheese! I took... We just started it today. Good night, Pickles! Just started it today. Welcome in, episode 1. I'm an expert with lockpicks. I'm an expert. Almost. Thank you. I'm so good at lockpicking. Look at that! So good at it. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Expert. I'm an expert. Look at that. Now I got stuff. Stuff. We'll put that on. That sounds fun. I'm not really using a lot of alcohol. Created potions are 12% more powerful. That's alright, I guess. We have this. Does 5 points of stamina damage. What the fuck? You gave me a sword that does damage to me? What? Add, how could you? It doesn't even do that much damage. Add. Everyone say hi to hour 12 again. 53:13. They gave me a bad sword. Why would it do that? I worked so hard for that. I'm aware that I'm only level 1, and I probably can't go up against those big creatures. So. How you doing, Ad? No, does 5 points of stamina damage to the people you stab? Oh, so it really is 15 damage. Or sorry, not 15. 13 damage. Ow! Come here. I want to test something. Ah! Too fast. I didn't mean to kick it. I just got scared. I got scared. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I really did it with a 1-2. Oh. 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 Hat. Hat. Oh. Ooh, you're moving! That's exciting, but moving is so exhausting. That's pretty exhausting. Leveling up. When your level increases, you must choose to increase your health, magicka, or stamina. You can also select a new perk at this time, or save it for later. Available perks are highlighted and needs cancellations. It damages stamina, not health. It damages stamina, not health. So hitting people with it does 8 points of damage to their health and 5 points of damage to the stamina. So that does it. I guess. Stamina. I don't know, I guess. I feel like stamina is more important. Stamina. Health them. Stamina. Lagging of stamina. And I want to do speech. Maybe I don't want to do speech. What do, huh? I've been sneaking. What is this? 20% harder to deal. Oh, 20%? Sneak. That's good. That's good. Stamina. Get your stamina. I got your stamina right here. So loud. Bonk. Bonk. Is that a person up there? Is it someone that I need to shoot? Is that an enemy? I don't know if it's an enemy. Oh! Not an enemy.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Oh my god, Merkel! I thought it was me! I thought it was in my game! No? Oh my gosh, I love ink.
You start running, so I can stab you in the back.
What?
God, no!
We're having a bow off. You ever have a bow off?
Can't wait to count out your coin.
I ain't never played with a bow before. Nice. It's Maru! Good night, cat. Good night. Sleep so well. Thank you for hanging with us today. Thanks for spending your evening with us. Yeah, usually I'm not streaming right now, but we're doing a streamathon, so we got extra long streams today. I won. I won that bow off. What do I get for winning? I guess my life. I guess that's aight. Well, why can they see me right now? Who can see me? I'm literally behind a wall. Literally behind a wall. I guess I'll wait. You get a bow on. Stream? What's stream? This is a YouTube video. Okay, I'm hiding again. I'm hidden. Doing a little peek-a-rooney. Oh my god, you did it again! I was like, ah, ah. Hi, friendly little goblin. Hello. You know what? I bet you they're sleeping, and I think we should go kill them in their sleep. I mean, that's a pretty harsh thing to say, Becca. That's pretty harsh. I think we should got them while they're sleeping. I'm in. It's not wrong. Okay, where are they? I keep trying to use VATS. Ever since Abby said it.
What was that?
Nothing?
I was sure I heard something. Wizards. Now that's...
They're not sleeping.
What was he thinking?
There's so many of them.
Pull the ace out of my boot.
Someone there?
What? Ooh, I got that one. They didn't look around the corner. Well, that's what happens when you don't look around the corner. You also get an arrow. Ah! No! Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We're gonna turn around and hit him with the 1-2. Ready? I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, I can do that. Items. There's too many! There's too many!
Oh well, must have run off.
I have no idea what went wrong in that scenario. I had a perfectly placed... I was perfectly in line. I have no idea what happened. So you know what I say? Do it again. Honestly, I did everything right. It's probably a game bug. Yeah. I did everything correctly. There's so many potatoes up there. I heard someone yapping in here.
Kill him to get some beer every now and then. What was he thinking? Fool never saw me pull that ace out of my boots.
You know, if I let this go, though, it's gonna alert them. If you clicked hard enough, I'm using a controller, you goose. Oh! He didn't even expect it. He still doesn't even see me, really. He's like, must have been the wind. I wonder if I dress like them, if I could make it seem like I'm them.
Told him to just hand over the gold. Did he listen? Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, this place is so deep. Did they kill that dog? Oh, it's a trap. To show me that there are traps. Well, guess what? I saw it. Uh-oh, I didn't see that one.
Should have known she was lying. Said she'd wait for me. They never wait.
Oh, this is just another way to get in, I think. Oop. Got that. Saw it. I'm good at seeing things. I saw it. My eyes are open. Those stones look very suspicious. I'm gonna go over here. Huh? Huh? What? Huh? What? Oh my god, he got frost. Ah! Ow! I'm gonna get him. Is it? Ooh, that took all my stamina.
You ready to die today, huh?
Frost and fire! 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 I won. Save. Me. I won the bow off. I won the frost and fire. Not even a... Why am I healing so slow? Is that how you heal in this game? It's so slow. Gosh. Potion of lockpicking. Nice. Oh, took your necklace. Sick. Potions. And money. Potions and money. Can I pick those up? I need it for a quest. Dang. Eat some cheese? How could you... How could... Ooh! I love my cheese. Gold! Call to arms. Targets have improved combat skills, health, and stamina for 10 minutes. Ooh. I hope I can call my own arms. You know? Hello? Can I get some strength? Bone meal. Thanks for your bones. These are prisoners. I just stole that prisoner's bone meal and that basket. If only you had like some magic spell to help you heal more quickly. So, I go here, right? I do that. But then how do I like go over? Heal me! I'm so stoked to be playing this game right now. Like fully and thoroughly playing it. I'm so stoked about it. I don't think there's anyone else over here. Let's go back over here.
Go to college, Darcy. Use your smarts, he said. Like I'm supposed
chicken, leave! Heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. Okay. Everyone funnel in here. Everyone funnel in here. I keep missing. Okay, got you. Got you. Got one. Okay. How do I block?
It's nothing. You're a fool to fight.
He just crit me.
Oh well.
He just had his own slow-mo crit scene. For me. His own little, like... Look, I got them. You can't block when you got a spell on the other hand. Damn. I'm gonna go this way. I don't think getting him with this bow is working for me. I'm gonna try it though again. Might as well. Oh, wrong way. Definitely feels like over here though.
For none could know 'twas not for show, and someone had to die. What was that?
That someone was you, buddy. You had to die. Yikes. Yeah! More olives! Let's go! This is for your olives, Loop.
Oh, no, you don't. This is what you want.
Who's Agnes? She's dead now, but who's Agnes? Frankus! Everyone look at that founder's badge! Frankus! Hi, lovely! Who's Agnes? I feel like she would have started killing me. Was she a prisoner? Is this... Did I do it bad? What did I... Well, I'm in this place that's kind of like got bad people in it. Oh, look, a book! The Dance of the Fire, Chapter 1. Scene, the Imperial City, Cyrodiil. Date, 7 Frostfall, 3E, 397. It seemed as if the palace had always housed the Atruis Building Commission, the company of clerks and estate agents who authorized and notarized nearly every construction of any note in the Empire. It only stood for 250 years, since the reign of the Emperor Magnus, a plain-fronted and aesthetic hall on a mirable, respectable plaza in the Imperial City. Energetic and ambiguous middle-class lads and the ladies worked here, as well as cumulative middle-aged ones, Demicus Scott. No one could imagine a world without the Commission, least of all Scotty. To be accurate, he could not imagine a world without himself and the Commission. Lord Atruis is perfectly aware of your contributions, said the managing clerk, closing the shutter that yeah, Scotty's office behind him. What does that word mean? Rain is pronounced rain. Reen? I think it's reen. Demarcated Scotty's office behind him. But you know that things have been difficult. Yes, said Scotty stiffly. Lord Van Neck's men have been giving us a lot of competition lately, and we must be more efficient if we are to survive. Unfortunately, that means releasing some of our historically best and presently underachieving senior clerks. I understand. Can't be helped. I'm glad that you understand, smiled the managing clerk, simply smiling thinly and withdrawing. Please have your room cleared immediately. Scotty's getting fired. Scotty began the task of organizing all of his work to pass on to his successor. It would probably be young Imbralius who would take most of it on, which was as it should be. He considered psychologically. The lad knew how to find businesses. Scotty wondered idly what the fellow would do with the contracts for the new statue of Saint Alicia, for which the Temple of the One had applied. Probably invent the cleric error, blame it on his old predecessor, Demicus Scotty, and require an additional cost to rectify it. I have correspondence for Demetrius Scotty of Atreus Building Commission. Scotty looked up. A courier had entered his office and was thrusting forth a sealed scroll. He handed the boy a gold piece and opened it up. By the poor penmanship, atrocious spelling and grammar, and overall unprofessional tone, it was manifestly evident who the writer was. Leodos Jurius, a fellow clerk some years before, who had left the commission after being accused of unethical business practices. Dear Scotty, I imagine you always wondered what happened to me. And the last... I can't read in general, and now you're asking me to read this incorrect spelling, and I'm just trying my hardest over here. Oh, wow, Skyrim. Dear Scotty, I imagine you always wondered what happened to me, and the last place you would have expected to find me is out in the woods. But that's exactly where I am. Haha. If you're smart and want to make a lot of extra gold for Lord Atreus and yourself, haha, you'll come down to Valenwood too. If you haven't or have the politics here lately, you may or may not know that there's been a war between the Bolshmer and the neighbors Elsewhere over the past 2 years. Thank you for the follow. Things have only just calmed down, and there's a lot that needs to be rebuilt. Now, I've got more businesses than I can handle, but I need someone with some clout representing a respected agency to get the quill and ink. That someone is you, my friend. Come meet me at the Mother Pasco's Tavern in Valenwood. I'll be 2 weeks, and you won't be sorry. Jurius. P.S. Bring a wood wagon load of timber if you can. Hi, MB. Hello. What do you have there, Scotty? Asked a voice. Scotty startled. It was Imbralius. His damnably handsome face peeking through the shutters, smiling in a way that melted the hearts of the stingiest of patrons and the roughest of stonemasons. Scotty shoved the letter back in his jacket. Is Scotty gay? He called him handsome. Personal correspondence, he stiffened. Sniffed? I'll be cleared up here in just a moment. I don't want to hurry you, said Imbralius, grabbing a few sheets of blank contracts from Scotty's desk. It's just, I've just gone through a stack, and the junior scribe's hands are all cramping up, so I thought you wouldn't miss a few. The lad vanished. Scotty retrieved the letter and read it again. He thought about his life, something he rarely did. It seemed a sea of gray with a black insurmountable wall looming. There was only one narrow passage he could see in that wall. Quickly, before he had a moment to reconsider, he grabbed a dozen of the blank contracts with the shimmering gold leaf. Atreus Building Commission by appointment of His Imperial Majesty, and hid them in his satchel with his personal effects. The next day he began his adventure with a giddy lack of hesitation. he arranged for a seat in a caravan bound for Valenwood, the single escorted conveyance to the southwest leaving the imperial city that week. He had scarcely hours to pack, but remembered to purchase a wagon load of timber. It will cost extra gold to pay for a horse to pull that, frowned the convoy head. So I anticipated, smiled Scotty with his best Imbralius grin. 10 wagons and all set that afternoon through the familiar Cyrodiilic countryside. I still am pronouncing that wrong. I'm so sorry. Past fields of wildflowers, gently rolling woodlands, friendly hamlets. The clap of the horses' hooves against the sound of the stone road reminded Scotty that a Trias building commission constructed it. 5 of the 18 necessary contracts for his completion were drafted by his own hand. Very smart of you to bring that wood along, said a gray-whisked Breton man next to him in his wagon. You must be in commerce. Of a sort, said Scotty, in a way. He hoped he was mysterious before introducing himself. Decium Scotty. Gurth Malin, said the man. I'm a poet, actually a translator of the old Bosmer literature. I was researching some newly discovered tracks of the Minoriad Ply bar 2 years ago when war broke out and I had to leave. You are no doubt familiar with the Munriad, if you're aware of the Green Pact. Scotty thought the man might be speaking perfect gibberish, but he nodded his head. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. I feel like I'm reading a separate book in Skyrim. I feel like I'm in Skyrim and I'm just like reading a book in the middle of this. I am in Skyrim and I am some random person in this bandit camp just reading a book. I'm just reading a book. Has nothing to do about Skyrim. It's just a book in Skyrim. Merkel, have you read the books in here? Can I add this to my Goodreads? You've read a fair amount of them. Oh my gosh. Naturally, I don't pretend that Monored is renowned for the meh. What is that word? Or as ancient as the Das near goal, but I think it has a remarkable significance to understand the nature of this Merilithic Bosmer wind. The origin of the wood elf, aversion to cutting their own wood or eating any plant material at all, yet. Paradoxically, their willingness to import plant stuff from other cultures, I feel, can be linked to a passage in the Norad Malian shuffled through some papers, searching for the appropriate text. To Scotty's vast relief, the carriage soon stopped to camp for the night. They were high on a bluff over a gray seam, and before them was the great valley of Valenwood. Only the cry of the seabirds declared the presence of the ocean to the bay to the west. Here, in the timber, was so tall and wide, twisting round itself like an impossible knot began eons ago to be impenetrable. A few more modest trees, only 50 feet to the lowest branches, stood on the cliff at the edge of the camp. The sight was so alien to Scotty, and he found himself so anxious about the proposition of entering the wilderness that he could not imagine sleeping. My bread. Fortunately, Malin had supposed he had found another academic with a passion for the riddles of the ancient cultures. Long into the night, he recited Bosmir's verse in the original and his own translation, sobbing and bellowing and whispering wherever appropriate. Gradually, Scotty began to feel drowsy, but a sudden crack of wood snapping made him sit up. What was that? Malin smiled. I like it too. Convocation in the magnanimity of the moonlight spectalium, a dance of fire. There were some enormous birds in the trees moving around. Scotty whispered, "Oh, there's some enormous birds in the trees moving around," Scotty whispered, pointing in the direction of the dark shapes above. I wouldn't worry about that, said Malian, irritated with his audience. Now, listen to the poet characters Herma Mora's invocation of the 18th stanza of the 4th book. The dark shapes in the trees were some of them perched like birds, others slithered like snakes, and others stood up straight like men, and Melian recited his verse. Scotty watched these figures softly leap from branch to branch, half gliding across the impossible distance for anything without wings. They gathered in groups and then reorganized until they had spread to every tree around the camp, suddenly plummeted from the heights. "Mara!" cried Skari. "They're falling like rain!" "Probably seed pods." Melon shrugged, not turning around. "Some of the trees have remarkable..." The camp erupted into chaos. Fires burst out of the wagons. The horses wailed from the mortal blows. Casks of wine, fresh water, and liquor gushed through the contents of the ground. A nimble shadow smashed past Scotty and Malin, gathering sacks of grain and gold with impossible agility and grace. Scotty had only one glance at it, lit up by a sudden nearby burst of flame. It was a sleek creature with pointed ears, wide yellow eyes, molted pied fur, and a tail like a whip. "Werewolf," he whispered, shrinking back. "Catboy rabbit," groaned Malin. "Much worse. Khajiit cousins or some such thing come to plunder." "Are you sure?" As quickly as they were struck, the creatures retreated, driving off the bluff. Before the battle mage and knight, the caravan escorts had fully opened their eyes. Malin and Scotty ran into the precipice and saw 100 feet below tiny figures dashed out into the water, shake themselves, and disappear into the woods. "Werewolves aren't acrobats like that," said Malin. "They were definitely Cathy Rabbit. Bastard thieves. Thanks Stendar, they didn't realize the value of my notebooks. It wasn't a complete loss." Honestly, not mad I read that, but also I need volume 2 because that was the first volume. What'd you guys think? Good story? They're not gonna know anything. You!